Hello everyone and welcome back to another Elder Scrolls Online video by me, the Ranger George. So today I'm going to be talking about the Elder Scrolls Online again, and I was thinking for a while about what kind of video could I make about the Elder Scrolls Online, because I've already made quite a few videos about it, just explaining how I play the game and what I do, and recently I've been noticing quite a few comments by people asking, am I still playing the game? Am I still enjoying it? Have I quit at this point? Is there something else I've moved on to? And I wanted to make this video as a sort of update and just explain my experiences more recently with playing the game, because the first thing I want to get out of the way is that, yes, I'm still playing the game. I really enjoy the Elder Scrolls Online. In fact, in regard to games I am consistently playing at the moment, it's pretty much the only game I'm playing on a consistent basis. I really enjoy the game. I like just playing it in the incredibly casual way I play it, and to be honest, I think it's the best way to play it. So recently I finished the Murkmire questline, which was a really interesting questline, and I've never done before. It came out a long time ago now, maybe, I don't know, 7 years ago, something like that, and I never got to do the content because there's just so much content in the game, and to level my characters and do dailies and stuff like that, it's not necessary to explore every single part of the game. But essentially, it's quite a funny story why I decided to do this particular questline, because for me, Argonians have never been particularly interesting. I always preferred the kind of Nords or Bretons or the High Elves or something like that. That's kind of what I liked about the Elder Scrolls. But I really got interested in the Argonians from this questline, and it reminded me that what I love about the Elder Scrolls Online is the fact that it has all these different zones with completely different kind of, for lack of a better word, vibes. You kind of, you know, you can go to like Western Skyrim and experience the Nord stuff, and then you can go to like High Isle, and you can go to like the Old Merry Dominion and everywhere. But with Murkmire, I was really pleasantly surprised, and it's just really interesting to explore this part of Black Marsh, and you learn about the Argonians. The storyline I find particularly interesting because essentially what you do is, I don't want to spoil it too much for you guys because it's an interesting story, but what you do is you explore all these different Argonian tribes. You find out there's been this Aelid invasion a long time before, and there was this artifact that was created, and I don't want to go too past that, but you get to see the Aelids, and it's a really interesting story with all these elven ruins mixed with this sort of Argonian architecture, and it's like you're just exploring around a swamp, which I think is a really cool thing anyway. And I essentially, to get to the reason why I actually decided to play this questline, is I recently hit the max level, so level 50, which you get champion points after that with ESO, and I hit this max level on my second character, my vampire character, and I was going over what armor sets I wanted to get for him. So on my main account I have kind of max level blacksmithing, pretty close to max level on clothing and all the other crafting stuff, and I was thinking, which armor set do I want to make for him? And I kind of like the idea that I can keep turning into the ultimate form for that character, which is this vampire form, and I was thinking, well, I'd like to have a set that allows me to generate ultimate, so I looked it up and I found this set that I saw it on a Reddit post somewhere that you could get by doing the Murkmire storyline, and you could get it through the quests there, but also through the daily quests you can unlock afterwards. And I actually have the full set now just by doing the quests at max level, killing bosses. I unlocked the dailies, I did like 3 of them, and then I've got it and it's fine. But that's the reason I played it, and I really enjoyed it, and I knew nothing about the zone. I knew that it was in Black Marsh, I knew it would have Argonians and stuff like that, but the music's great, the atmosphere's great, the exploration felt really cool. It was like, I'm shocked at how interesting the quests are, because I used to play World of Warcraft quite a bit. I mean, I was never, yet again, I always played these games in a relatively casual way because I'm not into like min-maxing every single aspect of the game and getting the perfect abilities and the perfect build and all this stuff. I just prefer to play the game, and if I can play it in a relatively sort of joyful way, I'm not that bothered. Like my character, for example, I have all these abilities that I just find useful. I don't think like, oh, I can do the most damage to someone else, but obviously everyone plays the game differently, and perhaps one day I will get into that sort of thing. But the point I'm trying to make is that I very casually explored this zone. I did the quests, I listened to what the characters were saying, I got the armor, I sent it over to my crafter, I upgraded it to kind of purple level quality, or epic level quality I think it's called, and got that back, and now my character's a lot stronger. I recently reset all his skill points, and there's an interesting kind of hack you can do where if you have an armory in your house, you can save a kind of, basically I reset all my skill points, I save that build, then I get all my skill points in, and then if I ever want that build again, I can reset to it. And the reason I save the build is because if you don't save a build and you reset just to a blank one that's already there, I would lose, for example, the vampirism on that character, or the werewolf parts of my other character. So it's important for me to save it with those particular builds. But yeah, I mean, that's essentially what I've been doing. I've leveled up this character. I've been designing the armor. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks kind of vampiric. I've got all these interesting styles that I've been slowly unlocking, and I also changed my main character's armor quite significantly to what you might remember from other videos where I've been showing my characters. And I'm sure I'll change it as I go, just as I unlock armor sets, but as I said, I'm playing in a very casual way. I'm making my own builds. I'm looking up stuff in regard to like what armors are available and what kind of stuff you can do with that. And I'm just enjoying what I would do in Skyrim, which is essentially make a character, level it up, do some quests, get some cool looking armor, wander around a bit. And what I'd really like to get into, because from the footage I'm sure you can tell, my house in the game is not exactly designed well. I'd like to try and get some more design mats and build some stuff. I've got a lot of design mats, to be honest, because I send it all to my main character whenever I get them on the quests. But yeah, I'd like to build some of that stuff and actually build up my house a lot more. And that's such a cool thing, right? Because I can quest with all my characters in the games, I can unlock different trophies and different things and build up my house. I've met some interesting people in the game. I haven't really talked to people so much, but I've added a couple people on there that I've happened to wander into on the quests. I love that there are these sort of massive mega servers, because you go to the hubs and you see all these characters wandering around. And what I like about the game is, I don't know if it's because of the way I'm playing it, where it's so disconnected from, for example, I don't go and like watch videos about different builds or, you know, how to do something. Like if I have a problem with a quest, I'll generally just try as hard as I can to work out how to finish the quest. And if I really can't do it, I will then look it up, but I rarely do that. So I'm basically not really in contact with what other people in the game are doing. I don't know what the like meta builds are. I don't really do PvP for that exact reason, although I'd like to get into that. I just think I don't want to be fighting a bunch of people that are like really min-maxing and they have like the best possible stats, so I can't do anything, and then I'd have to like adjust my entire gameplay around that. And I think that for me, as someone that likes fantasy games, and I imagine people that watch this channel will know that I like fantasy games, I mean, that's a great way to play. You play it as a game, not as a sort of task that you have to complete, or you sort of like fall behind, or people are better than you or something like that. You just play it as a kind of RPG game. I'm playing it essentially as a single player game, but occasionally I do have to collaborate with people on stuff, which I really like, to do the daily quests, for example. Some days, for example, with my main character, I don't have a lot that I need to really do with him, so I'll just log on to, say, Western Skyrim, and I'll pick up a daily quest, and I'll just go and do it, and I'll think, oh, that was fun. And that's it. That's all I'll do. It might sound a bit like, why? But honestly, I just enjoy going around Skyrim, doing the quests, seeing what people are up to, trying to improve how much damage my character can do just by myself. It's like my own personal task, just to check the stats, see how the armor sets work. I've got a few more things I want to add to that character, and I log into a bunch of other characters throughout the day and just upgrade the kind of horse riding skill, because you can only do that every day. So that's essentially what I've been doing in The Elder Scrolls Online since we last had a sort of update video about it. I'm sure if I do more videos in the future discussing this, I will probably be doing very similar things, but I'd like to try and level up my necromancer character. I'm thinking of trying to get that done at some point. I'd love to possibly do some more of the quest lines, but to be honest, the way I look at it is, I'm not just, as I said, this is not like a task for me to finish. It's not like, which zone haven't I finished? Which zone do I need to do? Which, you know, it's just, do I want to do this zone? Do I want to play this quest line? Yeah, okay. And maybe I'll make a new character, or maybe I'll use one of my existing characters and just do that. For example, like, as I said, I finished the Murkmire expansion. I mean, there's still a couple side quests I haven't finished, but the main quest line, and it really made me think, oh, I want to make an Argonian. I'm not sure exactly which type of Argonian. I was thinking kind of thief character, or maybe some sort of healing character, something like that. And it's really cool. To be honest, I've realized more and more as I was playing the game that the graphics on some of the characters for me look really cool. I think the Argonians, especially in the Khajiits, the way they've done it, I think it looks better than Skyrim, for sure. They have like amazing features on them, and the armor sets are really cool as well. Like, I was going through my armor sets and trying to work out how to make my vampire character look as interesting as I could, and I had some armor sets and I was like, I have no idea how I got these armor sets, but they look pretty cool. And I don't know, the idea of like researching all the armor sets in the game and working out which one is best and downloading a bunch of add-ons and stuff, it makes it not seem enjoyable to me. And you could say it's lazy, but it's like, in your general life, right, you already have all these things you sort of have to do or whatever, and I just want to enjoy this as if I'm actually like an adventurer in the world. And I think that what I love about this game is I don't feel as if I have to do anything I don't want to do. Like in World of Warcraft, if I didn't have like good armor or something like that, it feels like so much of the game is locked off from you. But with this game, I don't feel it quite so much. I mean, yeah, there's some stuff with the crowns and you have to pay for stuff if you want it, but I just feel like the content that you get from just buying the latest expansion alone is enough to enjoy it. And I'm really enjoying it. I didn't have ESO Plus for the first maybe 2 weeks or so. I've been playing it recently. Like, I played it, as I said, I stopped for a little bit, I came back a few weeks ago. I didn't have ESO Plus, but I got it maybe a week ago or something like that, because I just thought, you know what, I actually like having ESO Plus. There's a few free companions I can get with it. I can get the crafting bag. I'll just get it for 1 month and then I'll cancel it, or maybe I'll pay for it again if I want to do a lot more in the game. So that's what I've been doing. Really, really enjoyable game. I hope you guys will give it a chance if you haven't yet. And if you guys are playing ESO and you're on the EU server and you see me around, feel free to drop me a message or whatever, you know. I mean, I actually have a guild on there I made back in 2014. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I'm not planning to get a trader or run it properly or something like that, but even just as a purely social guild where we can hang out, teleport to each other, see what we're up to, it could be really interesting. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you're doing in the Elder Scrolls Online, or if you're interested in this sort of video and you want to see more like this, or any kind of videos you'd like to see with my thoughts on the Elder Scrolls or anything like that in general. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck on your adventures, everyone.